Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the continued coverage of the Ekiti governorship election 2022, live here on Channels Television. I'm Shunwa Kimbaloye, live here in Ekiti. We are on the ground at the St. Michael Secondary School at Jiloso in the city center of the state capital, Ekiti. Now, of course, it's the D-Day for the people of Ekiti State, expecting this day for several weeks now. They've been anticipating and looking ahead of the day when they will be able to elect a new governor that will govern this state for the next 4 years. We will take over from Kayode Fayemi, and the question goes on and on over who will be the person to be voted for at every polling unit, at every ward, at every local government area of the 16 local government areas of Ekiti State. There are just about over 3 million people of the state as at the last census count, and of course 989,202 registered voters, and 177 wards and 2,445 polling units with over 720,000 PVCs collected. So in essence, we're expecting over 700,000 people to come to Ekiti State to vote on this election. Welcome, everyone. It's not only the governorship election. Our eyes are also in Omuo, where there is a by-election into a constituency there. Now, let's get a sense of what is happening. Security is going to be a top issue on the minds and on the lips of everyone who is monitoring this election. Let's get started with that conversation. I'm being joined by the Commissioner of Police, who has been having sleepless nights, as he told me, in the past few weeks. But he's here with us. Is Mr. Morokechi Adeshina. He's the Commissioner of Police here in Ekiti State. Thank you so much. I know it's a busy time for you. Good morning. And how has it been so far? Has it been good?
Good morning, Shehu. Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's been quite fine. It's been okay.
What about, give us a sense of the perimeters. When will the curfew start? Because we understand there is a curfew, and when does it close?
Curfew started 11:59 hours of yesterday, and it will close by 6 p.m.
So, in essence, no one can move into Ekiti State, and no one can go out.
That is true.
So, I mean, on what grounds can anybody be permitted to move out? Essential services or?
Essential services, and if you have this our education, yes, accreditation cards. That's where you can move. You'll be permitted to move from one place to another.
Now, there was an incident in Omuo which gave rise to some kind of anxiety. The killing of one person and all of that. What lessons have been able to take away from that to prepare yourself for this election?
In Omuo.
Yeah. You know, there's going to be a by-election there.
Yes, I'm aware there's by. Yes,
the clash between the Transport Workers Union.
Yes, they have reported the case, and we are presently investigating it.
Okay. So give us a sense of how many of your men are on the ground.
We have 17,000 conventional policemen, and at the same time, we have over 5,000 tactical units. They are on ground to beef up security.
I know Ekiti is bordered by Kwara, Ondo, Osun states. What are your major concerns about these borders, and does it bother you in any way about how to keep things together?
I'm not bothered, because before we did our deployment, we carried out a holistic threat analysis of the entire state, and that has guided us in our deployment. In fact, we have made robust deployment across the border routes, where people are likely to bring in thugs and smuggle arms into the state. We have adequate security in place.
What did you find out when you were doing your investigation about border security and some of the possible threats that may come up?
I didn't get you well.
What did you discover when you were doing your preliminary investigation about the border security? Well, is there anything that came out to you as something that you need to pay attention to?
Well, the only thing we know is that we are paying special attention to Omuo area It's a flashpoint. It's one of our flashpoints. Omu area, Idosi, Oye, those are flashpoints.
Why do these areas, why are they flashpoints?
Because even in the past, this area has experienced volatile, security situation there. There was volatile, yes.
Going by historical antecedent of this area, Ekiti, Idosi, and Omu.
Yeah, and Omu.
So these are major concerns.
They are major flashpoints
for you. And what have you done to make sure that things are?
We've made special deployments to this area to checkmate, electoral violence.
We've been seeing movement in the area movement of your men surveying. How many of those do you have?
Yes, we have 3 helicopters that have been on area surveillance. 3 helicopters. We have, even when it comes to, other security, we have 11 gun trucks. We have 27 APCs. We have 3 lorries. We have 3 ambulances. We have more than 130 patrol vehicles.
All around the state. Now, on the case of the issue of vote buying, that's one issue. How are you going to curtail this?
Yes, vote buying is an inducement, It's a way of inducing voters to cast their votes. Obviously, not according to their conscience, but according to the weight of largesse that is doled out. Now, when you are talking of countering vote buying, it's a collective responsibility. Because if there was no vote selling, there would not be vote buying. But to effectively counter this, what we did is we sensitized the voters. Even the CSOs have been sensitizing the voters, voter education, Then another thing, we will be on guard to check financial inducements. Because these financial inducements, especially if they are targeted to subvert the democratic process, the electoral process, is going to be a rape on our democracy. So we'll really be on guard to check.
Because I know it's busy. A lot of people are waiting for you at the police headquarters here in Ekiti. Before you go, give us a sense. How many police officers? We understand that there are some that should be carrying arms within the polling unit, but where should they be? And there are some that are not allowed to carry arms within the perimeter. Give us an understanding and what voters should be expecting.
Yes. In the polling units, policemen are not, security personnel are not allowed to carry arms to the polling units. But a reasonable distance from the polling units, we are going to have an armed unit there for security reasons, for swift intervention during times of emergency.
And what is your response time to any kind of issue? Response time to any kind of incident?
I don't expect it to be more than 2 minutes because of the positioning.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mr. Adesina, let me allow you go now because of the time and people who are expecting you. Thank you so much. And I wish you the very best today. Thank you so much. Well, hopefully, there won't be any major security incident in the state. But, of course, the expectations are that the security has 70,000 police officers. So we heard from the Commissioner of Police.